What's going on? It's Mike at Skinny Boy Barbecue. The weather is just amazing, so you know what? We're out in the shack and we're going to be doing some brisket burnt ends. And I've got a great brisket point from Bob's Family Butchers. So we're going to get this trimmed up. I want this nice and kind of sweet and sticky, so we're going to use a different couple of rubs today. So let's get cooking. So yeah, I'm going to be using not kind of traditional brisket rub that you would normally have. Firing the Big Joe 3, we're getting it to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and I just want to do a little bit of an experiment today with this brisket. So we're going to trim this down quite a bit, get rid of this hard fat, get rid of this stringy stuff, and then we're going to get it on the Kamado Big Joe 3. Like I said, keep the fat, ladies and gents. I'll be making some burgers later tonight, so I'm going to be using this fat. I'll leave a link in the description below for all the things that I've used today. The brisket, the thermopen, the rubs. So, but what we'll do is we'll get this trimmed and we'll come back when it's done. So now we're going for the seasoning. I'm going to be using the honey chipotle. I've got a massive thing with chipotle at the moment. I'm having it on absolutely everything I can get my hands on. So we're going to give this a nice seasoning of the chipotle as a base. And like I said, this isn't going to be your traditional salt, pepper, garlic rub on a brisket, but that's okay. You want to try new things and they'll either work for you or they won't. I am using the Blazing Star beef rub on that as well, that you can get from Smithy's Smoke Shack, the Grill Store UK. And then I want to use the Killer Hogs The Barbecue rub to kind of, I love this rub. But this is just going to go over. It gives the brisket an awesome colour as well. Little tip for you: if you're only seasoning with one season, why don't you get like a cooling rack, put some foil underneath, and yeah, cooling rack, some foil underneath. So basically you catch the spare rub and then you can bottle it back up. So that's how we're going to season this. We're going to let this sit out just another few minutes. Grill's coming up to temperature nicely. We've got some pecan wood going into it as well, and then we're going to get it on. So we're up to 250 Fahrenheit. Got the smoke rolling. That's gone on. And we'll come back in 3 or 4 hours. Holding perfectly, bang on 250. Oh, I think we're ready for stage 2. Yep. I don't know if you can see that colour on this video, but the bark is just beautiful. Let me see if I can turn you around and get you into the sunlight real quick. Oh, that is just looking absolutely amazing already. It smells brilliant. Really, oh, it's making my mouth water. So let's hope it tastes as good later on. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to pour some regular beef stock, just going to go over it slightly and pour it into the bottom of the pan. This is already super juicy and super moist, but we just want to give it a little bit more. So, and we're going to use this to cook this in later on as well. So that's that. We're going to get a bit of foil. Here's some I prepared earlier. The whole idea of this is to get it super, super tender. So normally the whole idea with beef is you use butcher's paper, and things like pork you would use foil. But because I want this to get to, it's probably going to end up about 210 internal Fahrenheit. I want this to get really, really soft, really, really kind of flexible. It's a bit hot. So we're going to go straight back onto the Big Joe 3. We're going to check it in about maybe an hour, hour and a half. We're just going to use the thermopen, and we're going to make sure, not necessarily the internal temp, but we just want it to be super, super soft, so it goes through like butter. So let's check back in about an hour and a half. Okay, so you might wonder why I've got this bucket just here with the grease and the oil and the fat, and that's because, little trick for you, if you make a well, I mean, you don't have to use a bucket, but if you make some sort of well using the foil, it keeps everything in there. Then when that cools down, it'll go hard and you can put it in the bin. Saves you trying to push it around, flush it down the sink or anything, which just causes a whole load of drama. So now we've got the brisket point. I mean, this was completely probe tender. We're going to try now and slice this up into good cubes. So we want kind of like an inch thick cube-ish. He says that, and then it all goes pear-shaped straight away. But this is just cutting through, dead easy. It is super juicy. And lo and behold, as soon, just like any normal garden barbecue, as soon as you get ready to start prepping your food, along comes the flies. So once these cubes are in, we're going to put them back into the bowl, or the tray I should say. Whilst we fend off the flies. It does smell absolutely epic. As you can see, it's cutting so easily. Just cube that one a little bit. And it's really hot. It's a good job I've got these extra gloves on. I hope the light's okay for you guys on there. Oh, that's hot. Right, so now we've done cube that up, we're just going to get about half a stick of butter, and we're just going to spread that around evenly. The sun just banks straight onto this side when it's at this time of day. It's absolutely beautiful because you get the benefit of the sun. We're going to try something a bit dangerous. We're going to try the rib glaze, apple habanero, because I want that sweet, sticky flavour. And then we're going to hit it up with one of my favourite barbecue sauces, the Blazing Star original barbecue sauce. And we're going to kind of go all in with this. I want to get everything completely covered up. So I probably used just under half a bottle. And as you can see, I'm out, so I better go to Smithy Smoke Shack. We're going to give these a good mix around. Make sure we get them all coated, all covered up in that sauce and that rib glaze. It smells great. Little skinny girl's coming over. Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there, princess. Yeah, daddy, come in. We're going to cover this back up. She's coming out to cook. She's coming out to check that her brisket burnt ends are on track. So we're going to cover them back over the foil, get them back on the barbecue for maybe another 30-40 minutes. The fruit shoot's not mine. Good God, these smell amazing. And they are super, they just fall apart. I'm so excited to try this. Good God, wow. Holy crap. I don't know why I called this channel Skinny Boy Barbecue, because I ain't never getting skinny. They are just goddamn wow. Some of it is like really, really squidgy and you can't pick it up because it'll fall apart in your hands. The bigger cubes are... Hold on a minute. That is it right here. Oh. So the bigger cubes could have probably gone a bit longer, but it's getting late and I'm hungry, and they're cooked perfectly, and I'm not going to. Do you know what? You could sit here for the next 3 hours and watch me eat and gain about 3/4 of a stone eating these brisket burnt ends. So glad I tried this rub and the sauce combination. I mean, I don't know how many calories it is per thing, but it's probably more like 800 calories per block. But God, they're worth it. So thanks for joining in. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. If you got this far, you might as well. And I'll see you next time.